No longer was I able to work out 3 times a week in the rehab gym until my shirt was soaked with sweat. This was something I had gratefully shown up to do, even when I felt I could barely move. I was determined to do everything in my power to heal, continued with my holistic healing program, and sought to use prayer and imagination power at a new level. 6 months after enrolling with hospice, they told me even though I was still having significant breathing struggles, especially at night, I must be discharged from hospice because I was not declining.
Typically, people do not graduate from hospice, so that should say a lot about Craig, that he's graduated from hospice.
I was still having significant breathing difficulty, especially while sleeping and in the morning. One morning, with tears, I shouted out to a caring friend, "I feel so sad. It feels like I have a concrete prison around my chest, preventing me from breathing in enough air." As I spoke, I was using frequent breaths because my loud, anguished words quickly depleted the small amount of air my lungs could take in. I continued, "I just want the space within me to allow me to breathe in more air. I am not being allowed." I was living in and moving between 2 worlds. In one I was dying, in the other I had hope of healing. I was determined to do everything in my power to heal.
What's amazing about Craig is that he's had these ups and downs. He'll be sort of profoundly affected by it, and then by a number of special reasons. And believe me, I don't have the answer, but some of it intrinsic to him and some with other folks' support and help for him. He rallies and does remarkably well.
Craig's tried to heal on every level, you know, his spirit, his soul, his body, his chemistry, his cells. I mean, he sees the big picture and tries to heal all of it, and I think that's why he's doing so well.
I'm now experiencing great joy in the healing that's happening. My physician is amazed at how the muscles are filling in throughout my body, especially in my back.
The thing I think people really need to know about Craig is that he will never give up, and he will always look towards the positive and the possibility that this disease can be beaten or at least overcome, that it can be not necessarily be terminal. And I think they need to see the energy he puts into his own life and the people around him, and how inspiring he has been to so many people.
He has to do a lot, you know, just to get through every day. I mean, we have our lives that we live, and we have good days and bad days, but to get up every day and say, okay, so I have to make it through today and I'm going to try to get better. You know, he puts so much focus and commitment into staying alive that, you know, that's how he inspires me, that he doesn't want to die, and so he's just holding on to every minute of life, which we all say in cliches, you know, live every minute as if it was your last, but most of us don't, but I think Craig does.
We all have our burdens and struggles, you know, day to day, year to year, whatever, and when I come to Craig's home to do his hands and feet and I think I've got a problem that seems so big, and I spend time with Craig and I see what he's going through and what he's accomplishing, I leave with a much lighter weight on my shoulders, much more optimism. If Craig can do it, oh my gosh.
His disease does not define who he is. He is Craig Oster. He is who he is as a person, and his disease is a part of that, but it doesn't define who he is. And it's been a hiccup in his life, but his life is how it is. And his mind, his brain, who he is as a soul, as a person, dictates what his life is. And his body, his disease is a minor component of that. And what most people would first see in looking at Craig is the major component. That this is all-encompassing of him. This is who he is. And the more you know Craig, the more you find out that the ALS and his disease is just a very small part of who Craig is. He's a much more powerful and strong person in his disease.
Whoever chooses to help me, and know that I will use my healing and my life to help as many people as I possibly can. That is my passion. That is my hunger, and to be alive and to be healing is such a gift that I have so much dedicated my life with gratitude, gratitude and joy, and I'm just so thankful for all the help. I mean, and I look forward to. I look forward to celebrating healing with all of you for many years to come. And it's going to be awesome. Thanks.